Alright, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another recap. Now, you guys are seeing it. Yes, I am up $800 today, but today was not easy. Today was a little bit of a challenging day, both for my long account and for my short account. So, if you guys are new to my YouTube recaps, I do these every single day. I go over every single trade that I took, and you guys can see exactly where I got in, where I got out, why. And then I'm going to show you guys my charts for my shorting account as well. I do live stream every single day as well, so if you guys want to join the 100 plus community people that I got every single morning on the live streams right here on YouTube or on tradecaster.com, you guys can watch there, see exactly my callouts live, my trades live, and all that stuff. So I'm going to go over the trades today. Like I said, I am up $800, so I'm going to go over all of those Tesla trades, but like I said, today was not easy, and I'm going to explain why. So I am up $810 with 50 cents, 3 trades on Tesla, 3 green trades on Tesla. This one right here is the one that ended up kind of setting me off right away at the opening of the market, or not opening of the market, just the first trade that set me off. Uh, sorry. So let me go over to Tesla, and so on Tesla, let me go ahead and show you guys my trade so you guys see exactly that I am doing everything live in a live account. You guys can see my executions, all of that stuff, yada yada yada. So Tesla, I had a little bit of a bearish momentum, bearish sell-off planned before market open. I called it out. And I had some levels marked, including this 120.51. So I had these 3 levels marked: 124.50 or down to 120.50. I thought if we could break this, there's going to be a lot of resistance up here. I thought if we flush, we might get a flag down here in continuation. And this is the trade that I absolutely did not touch and absolutely missed. That is a beautiful sell-off into a flag and continue sell-off right off my level. This one I ended up adding it later on, and I'll show you why. So that right there was what I missed, and so I was kind of frustrated about that. And at the same time, instead of taking this Tesla trade, I ended up jumping into XPON short, which this is the other reason why it set me off. You know, I picked this stock, which was a terrible trade, a terrible short on XPON, and then missed the opportunity on Tesla where I'm stepping up the share size, maybe 1,000 shares here from 120 down to 118. That's $2 a share on 1,000 shares. That could have been a $2 grand winner right there that I left off, and instead I ended up taking this. So I ended up shorting XPON. So you guys see my arrows here, and then I got fully out right there. So here's the evidence, proof that I took the short. Now let me go ahead and show it on the Thinkorswim platform, so it's a little bit easier. And I'll go back to Tesla in a second. So XPON, you know, you get a lot of these stocks where they fade. They got no volume. They try to pop up a little bit, and the first pop, you always gets sold off, or the second pop gets sold off. And so I thought this was going to be one of those. And as a matter of fact, I can show you YTEN. This is kind of what I was looking for it to do. Kind of selling off pre-market, tries to bounce in the market open. That's when you can try to take some of these shorts here, and then you can get a very nice fade down. And so that's kind of what I was looking for, this trash stock that no volume, nobody's watching. And so I ended up shorting this one here. I saw it pop to VWAP. It kind of consolidated under. As soon as it started popping up again, I ended up clicking the short button here, there, and somewhere up here. I took 3, I took 4, so 2 down here somewhere. And then my last fill up here, a little bit lower. Ended up going short on this. I'm pushing share size on that short account as well. So at this point up here, I was actually down pretty big on that trade, and I was just considering closing it if it broke this level here. I saw it go up and then kind of topping tail. At that point, I had to stop right over there. I said, if this gets over this level, I'm out, and I'm gonna take this fat loss and just try to either find the next trade up here somewhere, or just completely forget about the stock and trade something else. So I ended up taking that short there. It ended up pulling back down, and once it got into this area, I was literally green, break even on this trade. But I thought, you know, just because I'm green on the trade doesn't mean I want to close it, right? Now that it's actually selling off, we could consolidate under VWAP again, and now we actually could get the sell-off, right? I had that mentality with the same level here. Once it pushed up, okay, I'm wrong. Big sell-off, though. Couldn't hold VWAP. It gets under VWAP. I'm green. Break even on the trade. You know, let it breathe a little bit again. See if it actually wants to work in my favor. It doesn't. It comes right back up. It squeezes. And at this point, I thought, you know, this push right here with that candle there after not falling through here, it's game over. This is going to go back up. I didn't even want to wait to see if it broke that 267. I actually just wanted to get out of the trade, so I ended up closing it right there. And that was the very first trade of the day that I ended up closing on the short account and my long account, which I started off red. And yesterday I had a record day shorting. This trade right here took almost everything back from yesterday. So it didn't take all of it, but this one trade itself almost did. Yesterday I think it was 2 shorting trades that added up to that PR day. This trade itself almost took it all out. And so ended up just leaving this one alone, and I'll come back to it. But Tesla, because I'm kind of going in the order that I took the trades, so that way you guys know what was going in my head, because today was tough. I take that first short and I missed Tesla, and I'm over here just panicking. At that point, I also had located shares for BBAI. I'm all over the place. This is how it was this morning. BBAI. I ended up locating shares. I actually took some short pre-market, my very first pre-market trade ever. Shorted it right here at like 360 something, or 360 average, and then I just got a little bit anxious about it. Ended up closing it literally exactly break even. Like it says 0 on my P&L, so nothing there. So sold, covered. But when it popped back up here, I wanted to short that thing there. I had the button ready to click it. I couldn't click it, didn't click it, missed it. So I had missed that. Then I forced XPON. Then I missed Tesla. That's 3 trades against me at the beginning of the day. So I was like, you know what? I gotta reset here. I gotta focus. I didn't feel it in me, and so I had to reset. Once I did that, I kind of calmed down a little bit, and I just focused on Tesla. And I was like, you know what, Tesla, if you're bearish today, let me find a pop, let me find a level where you're gonna reject, and see if I can get that trade to go again in my direction, or find another trade in my direction. So I ended up seeing this flag here, that 120. I know 120 was a key level, but I saw the bottom of that and I thought that was 119. At the same time, this 119.50 level was kind of around VWAP, and Tesla was pretty heavy. So I thought maybe this thing tries to pop back up, gets just a quick little rejection of VWAP here. So I'm going to take my short against that pivot there, against VWAP, and just try to catch a small little bounce here. I ended up getting a pretty good fill on this, and I ended up actually going in with pretty big share size on this one. This is the one that I ended up having a total share size of 1,200 bucks, 1,200 shares on Tesla, and that's a lot. 1,200 shares moves the dollar. You're up to $1,200. Like I said, this one $2 move, you'd be up 2,400. And I was looking for this thing to keep dumping back down to the lows, maybe get a nice little bit of a double bottom, maybe takes that double bottom if Tesla's heavy, keeps on dumping. We've had a lot of rejections on the daily up here at let me see so you guys know why I was bearish. We've had a lot of rejection up here at that 123 to 125 level on Tesla, and so we rejected it again. So I thought if we reject it again, which we did, I'm going to go short against this level, which was there, and keep selling off and see if we go back down to lows. Anyways, took that short there, 1,200 bucks, goes in my favor. I cover 600 at the very bottom here, and at that point I was up $900 on that trade. So I went from not trading anything, being short, negative on my short account, missing BBAI, being negative on XPON, missing this Tesla short, to taking this trade here and being up almost $1,000 at the very bottom of this candle, almost a 4-digit trade. And I closed half of it. I was like, I gotta close half of it, but I want to have a good amount of runners, maybe 500 shares, 300, 400 shares back down to the low day. And so I stuck those 600 shares. I waited for this pullback. Now I was looking at this kind of pivot there to kind of hold. Once it started popping up above it, I was like, you cannot be serious to me. This has got to be a joke, right? And so it popped against me. I had to admit that I was wrong now. I had to admit that this trade was going against me. I ended up closing it out, and I went from being up 950 whatever it was dollars on the trade to closing it out completely for a total profit of $100. I lost $800 unrealized there that I couldn't grab, and I ended up closing that trade for 100. So again, I missed the first trade. I'm up 1,000. I only get 100. I'm red on my shorting. I missed BBAI. I forced a terrible trade on the short account. What is going on? I was like, today is the day I go red. Today's gonna be the day that I lose my streak. I was off. I was off. But after that loss, even on stream, and you guys can hear me, so that's why I say you guys go watch the stream. Go see how I handle my emotions, because emotions, I would say, when you're at the level that I am, is probably 80, 70, 90% of what decides if you're going to be profitable or not. I controlled my emotions. I said, you know what? That's okay. Let's look for the next trade. Let's look for the next setup. Saw this big push, this increase of volume on Tesla. I ended up taking a long there. Didn't want to break out, so I was already on this long. Didn't want to go higher. I was like, what's going on? You just got the review up pretty fast. You know what's going on? Why don't you go the way that you wanted to go? And so I ended up closing that trade, made like 50 bucks. I was up now like $200 on the day, and I was like, why does it not want to go? And then I zoomed out into my bigger time frame chart, and I saw all of this, you know, the double bottom on low of day of pre-market here, and a couple of other levels on the higher time frame that matched up with it. So right there, and then we are right back to that level. So it's support, and we're right back here, which is also why it flagged so perfectly there. And that's not even the level was not from pre-market. If you look back here on my daily chart, you see this 120.51, that is low of day yesterday. So it held low of day yesterday pre-market, and that is why I had that flag there, and that is why I ended up going short on this trade here again. Now this time I absolutely top take Tesla. If you get Tesla within 20-25 cents of the high or the low of that candle, you top take it. You literally, you're so close. This candle right here, high is 98, and I think my fill was 95. Like crazy fill with 300 shares. Let me see if it shows it. Oh, great. 94. So my fill was 94. Had the day of how that candle was 98, and then the next one is 88. So a little bit lower fill. But I was back in on this trade here with 600 shares, and you could see I top ticked it. By here, I was already up a couple hundred, ended up writing it down, covered most of it down here, 100, 100, 100, 100. Had some runners, covered it perfectly down here. So that trade itself right there was absolutely gorgeous, and that's what ended up getting me back over 800 bucks. So I ended up selling here, and then covered most of it here, and then covered literally the bottom of that candle. So I got most of that move there. And then you saw kind of a random spike up here that I ended up shorting. And I think I broke even on that trade. I think it was right here. I shorted, covered, and then shorted, covered, and literally was exactly break even, because I think I was up $110 and 32 cents, and by the end of those trades I was up $110 and 46 cents. So I made like 12 cents or whatever that is. Anyways, now Tesla's rallying, and I have no idea why. So that was Tesla. Made 800 bucks. At that point, I was like, that has been such a crazy day. My emotions are everywhere today. I'm done with my long account. I'm gonna lock that up, 800 bucks, and call it a day. As a matter of fact, I called it for everything. But then later in the day, I start seeing XPON go for it again. If you guys are not in the Discord as well, make sure you guys join the Discord. And actually, I wasn't planning on doing this, but let me go ahead and show you guys why. So at exactly 11:14 my time, I said XPON could be setting up for a big squeeze if it keeps holding at 11:14. If you go back and look at XPON at 11:14, that is right here, 11:15. I sent that alert on Discord right here. Hey, this is setting up for a big squeeze. Watch it. You know, look at this. It's holding. It's holding. It's holding. It's got shorts trapped here. It's got shorts trapped here. It's got shorts trapped here. It's got shorts trapped here, and it's here, and it's still holding. It's still bouncing. It's still making higher lows. This is setting up for a squeeze. I sent the alert. Unfortunately, I didn't take it. Happened out of nowhere, but it ended up squeezing very nice. This right here is pre-market high 2.9, could have been another leg up, but at this point my long account was done. I don't want to touch it, and so because I traded this one in the morning, that terrible trade right here, I was like, oh, I got shares located for this thing. I'm gonna keep trading this short. So I ended up going back and trading this one short. I got a few entries, paper cuts around here, so I shorted, stopped that right away. I shorted again, stopped out right away. Oh wait, no, I shorted here, stopped out right away. Shorted again here, stopped out right away, and then shorted here and added to it there, and got a exit here, somewhere around there. I'll show you guys the chart. But then the big one was I ended up shorting there, added, and I covered the majority of that trade right here. Pretty low bottom fills. So from what it was a very decent red day on my shorting account, I made probably 3/4 back here. This was a paper cut. This was a paper cut. This was a decent trade. Got some money there. I had runners there that ended up coming back out, stopped me out right before the squeeze. I'm fine with that. And then ended up hitting it again. Pretty top ticked entries up here. These two added to it. Added, kind of covered a little bit there, but covered the majority down here. You can see 3 exits there. And then had runners here, which ended up getting wicked out and ended up continuing to dump. So that was a little bit frustrating because I had my shorts there. I got wicked out right here. I got wicked out right there. And then this thing is way down here at 311. So that's upsetting to see now that I shorted it way up there. But oh well. I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the P&L on that account now. It is a red day on the shorting account, but that account it's not taking as much of a hit as it did before I traded all of this short side. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Long day. Tomorrow is Friday, so last day of the week. If I go green tomorrow, that's 2 green weeks in a row. Actually, it might even be 3 considering last year, but I'm talking about this year. But yeah, if I go green tomorrow, that's 3 green weeks in a row. But other than that, guys, you guys take care. You guys know where to find me. If you guys have any questions, course and Discord in the description down below. Free live streams every morning between 15 minutes before market opens. And that's about it, guys. So you guys take care for the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live trading sessions. Y'all guys take care.